Their purpose is commendable. However, this barrier has been erected expressly to stop all Yamabushi. Benkei is perplexed and asks the reason. Due to the disharmony between Lord Yoritomo and his younger half-brother Yoshitsune, the latter has fled from the capital and is traveling north to seek refuge with his ally Hidehira. Yoshitsune is said to be disguised as a Yamabushi, and hearing of this, their Lord Yoritomo has issued strict orders for new road barriers to be set up. All Yamabushi are to be closely investigated. He is in charge of this barrier. The soldiers have instructions to interrogate all such priests. By the looks of it, they are a large group. But not one of them may pass. Benkei has heard their reason. But he argues that their orders must refer to counterfeit Yamabushi. Surely they were not meant to stop real priests. The soldiers disagree. Why, only yesterday they executed 3 Yamabushi. Even real priests will be shown no mercy. Benkei demands to know whether one of the heads was that of Yoshitsune. That is difficult to say. Any further questioning will be useless. There is not one of them who may pass. Benkei, however, decides to go on with their pretense a little longer in order to test Togashi's resolve. He tells the others to gather round to prepare for their last rites and reminds them to die bravely. The others should approach. This will be their final act in this world. Said to have been founded by En no Shokaku in the 7th century, the real Yamabushi priesthood that is associated with esoteric Buddhism emphasizes pilgrimage to and the practice of severe austerities on mountains. Their protector is the fierce deity Fudo, the greatest of the 5 mantra kings. We hear that, having gained special powers through religious austerities, Yamabushi are in a state of spiritual enlightenment and will be reborn as Buddhas upon death. Benkei glances down at his own person. He makes a cutting action, miming the swords that will soon send them to the next world. He lowers his head respectfully as the singers speculate on how the deity Fudo will view the shameful deed that is about to take place. The executioners will surely be damned. We hear the words of a prayer to the great Sun Buddha as the priests rub their prayer beads together with the distinctive sara-sara sound. Perhaps taken aback by the priest's fervor, Togashi praises them for their willingness to die. If he is not mistaken, they said they were collecting funds for the Todaiji temple. In that case, they are bound to possess the temple's Kanjincho, list of subscriptions, and he would like to hear it read aloud now. A Kanjincho, the subscription scroll of the play's title, was a list of subscribers to a religious cause which began with a pious exhortation to give money or gifts, and which was written in extremely difficult language. Benkei is momentarily thrown by this because, of course, these priests have no such scroll. However, Benkei decides to improvise the contents of a Kanjincho using a blank scroll for letter writing that they have inside the wicker box. The musicians here comment on the desperate situation and on how Benkei will attempt to bluff Togashi. The following is one of the most famous scenes in Kabuki. Benkei unrolls the fake scroll and, with great formality, holds it out and pretends to read. The suspicious Togashi edges towards Benkei to see if his words are really written on the scroll. Yoshitsune, too, aware of the tense situation, will peer at them from under his hat. The following is a very famous moment. The improvisation proper begins. In keeping with the florid language of Buddhist texts, Benkei says, "In these evil times since the death of the Buddha, the autumn moon of enlightenment is hidden by clouds, and from a long night's deluded dream which is life, there is no one to wake us." Benkei continues to relate the origins of the Todaiji temple from which this group is supposed to come. We hear that the Emperor Shomu in the 8th century was unable to stem his grief at the loss of his beloved wife, and tears fell violently from his eyes. Eventually his thoughts of grief turned to those of piety, and he resolved to erect a statue of the great Sun Buddha. It was he who built the temple. However, in the year 1180, the structure was destroyed by fire. Yet, lamenting the loss of so holy a site and receiving an imperial decree, the priest Chogen began its reconstruction in 1195. Contemplating the mutability of this world, he wept and promoted the project among his relatives. In order to raise funds, requests for subscriptions have now been sent throughout the land.